Good evening, I'm Victoria Sheehan. Thanks for joining us tonight. Earlier today, parts of West Alabama experienced some severe weather warnings, but is the worst over? For the answer and a first check of weather, here's Daniel Sparkman.
Victoria, we did see some showers and thunderstorms move through the area earlier this afternoon. Now we are expecting another system to come into our area overnight tonight. Mostly it's going to be north of this line here from maybe Tuscaloosa, Jefferson, Shelby County points to the north. Could see some showers and thunderstorms and possibly some severe thunderstorms. You see here already a tornado watch issued for some northern parts of Alabama. This tornado watch here issued until about 1 a.m. I believe. Let's click on that and it's issued until about 1 to 3 a.m. National Weather Service possibly going to extend that down to the south. Some pretty fierce storms up there. Actually, there were some tornado warnings up in parts of Tennessee earlier this evening, just a little while ago. One expired at 9:30. But what can we expect here into the overnight and during the day tomorrow? Victoria, I'll tell you coming up in Home Team Weather.
Thanks, Daniel. The threat of severe weather is never fully far away, and recently the National Weather Service in Birmingham added another day to the weekly test for NOAA weather radios and increased coverage areas across Alabama. Experts say residents can sleep soundly knowing that the right tools are available to keep them safe. WVUA's Jordan Bettner explains.
John DeBach of the National Weather Service says that the weather radio test on Wednesdays can't always be confirmed. But he hopes adding Saturday tests gives Tuscaloosa and other places across the state a new chance to know about local severe weather.
Well, what we're trying to do with the new tests on Saturdays is to make sure that the weather radio will actually alert in the test mode when more people are at home. You know, that test we do Wednesdays at about 11 o'clock, a lot of people are at work and really can't confirm that their weather radio is working.
This also gives us an advantage of having two different transmitters to receive the warning. So should something happen to one transmitter, you have a backup.
Adding coverage areas to existing transmitters helps to warn more people on the edges of county lines about severe weather. But no matter where people live, these changes allow them to learn about storms earlier. And that's why experts say it's so important to own a weather radio.
One of the things that the weather radio offers that none of the other services of the TV, most of the TV services offer, is that ability to wake you up in the middle of the night. If there's a storm coming, that alarm is going to go off and wake you up and get you to your safe place.
Knowing radio capabilities is an important part of owning a NOAA radio, especially for Alabama residents, because experts say you never know when something can happen.
We can get severe weather any day of the year. It's important to remain aware of your weather conditions at all times.
Reporting in Tuscaloosa, Jordan Bettner, WVUA News.
If you need more information on how to purchase a NOAA weather radio or want to make sure it is programmed correctly, visit their website at www.srh.noaa.gov or call Tuscaloosa EMA at 205-349-0150. And when the weather is nice, National Fishing and Boating Week is the perfect reason to experience the joys of the great outdoors. Saturday kicked off the week of celebration that is held every year during the first week of June. WVUA's Taylor Sanders caught up with some people who say this week is all about the water.
Everybody enjoys the outdoors.
Fishing's it's a fun family thing to do. It doesn't cost a whole lot of money, especially nowadays. You know, you can spend as little or as much money as you want fishing.
And that's exactly what Lars Espenson did today. He's a regular at Lake Lurleen State Park and says this week couldn't be a better time to get outdoors.
It's just nice to get around nature, you know, especially if you're stuck in the city of Tuscaloosa. It's just a short drive out here.
Not only is this week National Fishing and Boating Week, but the month of June is Great Outdoors Month. And the hope is to encourage everyone to get out and enjoy all that Alabama has to offer. And Park Ranger Randy Stoltz says Lake Lurleen is the perfect place to do that.
It gives them an outlet to get away from, like I said, the everyday hustle and bustle, and then they can come out here, camp, swim, mountain bike, hike, see the wildlife, do things in their community that normally they wouldn't be able to do.
Stoltz also says it will bring big bucks to the state park.
It increases our day use revenue because this is a boater-friendly lake. They're allowed to have motorized boats out here and fish, and also, you know, I see grandparents all the time out here with the kids fishing.
And it's not just the humans that appreciate the gift of the great outdoors. Reporting in Coker, Taylor Sanders, WVUA News.
For more information on activities and pricing for Lake Lurleen and other state parks, visit www.alapark.com. In Mississippi, new warnings of high bacteria levels are surfacing in some beach areas. The state's Department of Environmental Quality has posted more warnings of high bacteria levels so far this year, with 22 warnings than in all of 2011 combined. The head of the Harrison County Sand Beach Authority notes that local rivers emptying into the Gulf of Mexico and drainage pipes from land on Highway 90 are contributing to the bacteria, but he says sewage issues have been helped by cities who built better infrastructure after Hurricane Katrina in 2005. And it's tonight's Health Watch, a breakthrough in the fight against breast cancer. A 3-year clinical trial found the drug, commonly called TDM1, slowed the progression of a certain advanced form of breast cancer better than the standard treatment. The experimental drug is a combination of the cancer drug Herceptin and a chemotherapy drug. Researchers say, though it's not a cure, it is a, quote, huge deal in terms of slowing down an aggressive form of the cancer. Right now, only women participating in the clinical trial have access to this new drug until it gets approved in the United States. And starting tomorrow, the USDA will be expanding the search for dangerous bacteria in meat. The U.S. Department of Agriculture's Food and Safety Inspection Services will begin testing ground beef for 6 additional strains of E. coli. If the meat is contaminated, it will not be allowed to be sold and could be subject to a recall. There are more than 700 different strains of the bacteria E. coli. Although most of these strains are harmless, some can cause serious problems by attacking the intestinal tract. And hopefully you started your day off sunny side up. That's because today is National Egg Day. The American Egg Board wants to remind you that eggs are good for you. They are loaded with vitamin B12 and vitamin D, and the egg yolk happens to be one of the few foods that naturally contains vitamin D. So go ahead, it's not too late to celebrate with some scrambled eggs, an omelet, or maybe just a simple hard-boiled egg.